So basically what we did was yesterday on the positive side. Positive side is Manapa. Okay. For Manapa, that means what I like. It's as per my liking. So two things can be seen. I comes and whatever is being liked comes. So the practice here is to remove the identity, the sanya, the perception. To remove the identity, you just can't say that I'll remove the identity. You have to do something to remove the identity. Otherwise, the identity remains. Right? So now, how do I do it? It's the question. So in Buddha teaching, there is nothing to imagine, but it is something to really see. It's about getting into actual seeing, and that is called abhinya. Abhinya means direct knowledge. You don't rely on external agency. You rely on what is experienced, what is thoroughly understood. Okay, unshakable. That's the main idea of doing whatever we are doing. So as we looked into it yesterday using the Kundaliya Sutta, the abhicca has to be removed. To remove the abhicca, you need to see that there is some competition and comparison, without which they can't be abhicca. So like we took a city, we can take anything, including this body, you will then compare. If you don't compare, you can't have abhicca. And if you don't have abhicca, then you don't have abhihamsa, delighting. If you don't have that, then the third one, raga, will not be there. Okay. So the best approach forward in a positive situation is to remove the perception through seeing. And what you see is every being is sustained by food, and we can see it. It's not that you have to imagine it. So now my objective is to see whether I'm eating wheat bix, I'm eating dosa, or I'm eating idli, or I'm eating whatever it's eating. So two things I need to see. If there is eating, then there is evacuation of that. Okay, that's the truth. Whether I do it in Bobby's home or Shaniel's home or in a hotel, they all are the same. And that means they have to provide me with that. They have to provide me with food and have to provide me with some evacuation place. Okay. And they also have to provide me with something to wash it, because we don't use paper. So they have to do that. Whether they like it, dislike it, or they change it. Maybe Bobby doesn't, but then Shaniel had a tough time in organizing these big pictures. Okay. So like that. But it means there's no imagination. So in Buddha Dhamma, there's nothing called imagination. Second important aspect is it is continuous. Bahuli Kata. It's not a cushion deal that I take a cushion and I only do for that 1 hour and that's it. No, it's continuous, continuous, continuous. You be on that so that the mind doesn't allow itself to go somewhere. This is on the positive side. Now we come to the long section on the negative side, which is where the interesting story begins. Okay. We've spoken only in positive, which is looks very nice. Yes. But now come to the negative, where we spend most of our life in negative. In fact, our life is more negative than positive because of the comparison. So now what happens when I start comparing? Or I don't like Let's take, let's start with cities. Easy, easy peasy. So what's the difference between Brisbane and Bangalore? Because Bobby and Marina are there, so they have lived in Bangalore. Now they are living in Brisbane. If given an opportunity, would they like to come and settle down in Bangalore? And the answer is no, unless they change their mind, which I doubt. And they were going to blame it on their children. The children are settling down, and once they settle, etc., which is never going to happen. So it's confirmed news that they will never come back. And they're also not Indian citizens any longer. They are more of Australian citizens. So it looks foolishness to come back here, because this place is not as good as Brisbane. If it was, then why would they migrate in the first place? The reason I migrate from place A to place B is because place A is not that conducive than place B. Otherwise, there was no need for me to migrate. So the very act of migration from Kerala to Bangalore is because something is missing in Kerala, and hence they have to migrate to Bangalore. Otherwise, there's nothing stopping them to stay back in their hometown. That means dissatisfaction is already embedded in it. So life is dissatisfying. Whether you are with a spouse or not with a spouse, doesn't matter. Dissatisfaction is the key element here. So when there is dissatisfaction, you will go to a place which is satisfying. If there is dissatisfaction between spouses, you'll take another spouse because that seems satisfying. If a hotel is dissatisfying, you take another hotel which is seemingly satisfying. That means dissatisfaction is the key thing here for a Manapa. That means it's not as per your expectation. So Bangalore can never be as per anybody's expectation. So you can fly from this place to some other place. Right. So if given an opportunity, I would rather not stay in Bangalore, since there is no other opportunity. I am stuck here. That much I can tell you. Unless I become a saint. But otherwise, normally I would want to move from this place for whatever reason. Can be political reason, can be economical reasons, psychological reasons, sociological reason, language reason, customs reasons, religion reason, whatever it is. It can be reasons, can be numerous, but dissatisfying is the core. So the first thing that comes out in this exercise is manku, the word manku. And in Kannada, we have the word manka, not monkey like. It's drooping. Dissatisfaction makes you feel you that sound. That means you're not okay. That sound will be there. I mean, you'll make that sound. That sound. That's manku. Like Bobby is making some food, and Marin will say, that's manku. That means she's not happy with something. At present, we don't know what is that something, but and Bobby, Marin, don't take it too personally. I'm just trying to make things up, so don't have to personally take it. So just that little bit of dissatisfaction can happen with a car, can happen with a room, can happen with anything. But that one. And when manku is there, the mind starts moving. Where does it move? What do you think? Where would it move? Let's say I come out of this place. In fact, it happened while we were in the retreat near my home. Somebody stood in front of a home, some 70-year-old, opened his thing and started pissing. There's a gate. He's pissing. Okay, now what do you do? So we have two options. Tell that gentleman not to piss or just ignore. And this is 2026, not 1800, 1600, 1500s. It's broad daylight, not that it is in the night. We went for a walk in the morning. After we finished our morning meditation, we were coming. There's a small tree kind of thing where they have put a cemented structure. He saw the mud, he saw this, he just opened it and started spraying water, thinking that the tree requires water from his pipe. Right? Maybe the tree said to him that, hey, come on, how can you go without watering me? So he thought. So there was no difference between a dog raising its leg and our friend 70-year-old standing there. If a dog would have done it, we wouldn't have minded. But if this human being is doing it, we mind it because we don't expect him to be there. But basically, both are peeing. The dog is also peeing and he's also peeing. Both are doing the same thing. Now, what do you get is, oh no, oh my God, that is Manku. Or that sound you make it. If you can't say, oh my God, you feel disheartened a little bit. And then the story starts. What? If I am living abroad, I would justify what a great decision I did of flying abroad. You see, the people don't change, there's a blah, blah, blah. All of that will come now because I'm pissed off. He's pissing really, but I'm pissed off mentally. But both are doing the same piss. There's no difference. At least he's relieving his bodily thing, but I'm relieving my mental thing, which is more harmful than the physical. Okay. Another example. Here we have a tree in front of us with flowers, nice flowers. So there's an old man, something 75, 76-year-old. He thinks stealing is acceptable. So he doesn't ask anyone, shall I pluck these flowers? He thinks it is his right to pluck. And he's seeing, we are seeing it. Even then, he doesn't strike to him that, can I take these flowers if you don't mind? He just takes it. So when I see this, I will say, you know what? That's the reason we are here. We should have flown somewhere. I think this country is going to dogs. It's going to rats or cats or whatever it is, and etc. etc. Which is Manku. So he says, na Manku hoti. When you see this Manapa, Manapa, it means not up to my liking. Why should I stop here? It restricts, it constricts, or it blocks equanimity. So if my intention is to be in jhana, this is sufficient to stop it. That sound itself is enough to stop it. Now we come to the next one. He's talking about apatittita chitto, but it is patittita chitto. That person who was pissing is now in my memory for a long time. It has got established. That person pissed and went away, but my mental pissing has not stopped. So I go home, And I reflect back upon how these people are. I think if I had a gun, I would have shot him down. I could have done this. I don't know. It's smelling. It's not smelling near my house, by the way. Then in India, pan eating is something which is common. So all that you have to piss is hold like this and just do this. And there comes the color thing on this white t-shirt, and you see a nice blotch of color, red in thing, and you can ask him. And buses are very good here. You can basically climb from whichever side, or you can climb on the what we can say windows. It doesn't matter whether it's cattle or humans, they both do the same. So as soon as the bus comes, everyone rushes. The door is this small, so you end up clogging both the doors, and the half the dozen people will hold the window railing and stand. And the conductor cannot take money from these people who are standing like this because they are not in the bus. They don't have to take tickets. And in Karnataka, women don't have to pay any money because it's free. So they are inside also, they are free, outside also, they are free. And for being free, you know what they're doing? They want to take buses. And intercity is also free. That means if they are going 800 kilometers from here, it's free for women, as long as they are going within Karnataka. Okay? Now what happens? I, as a woman, justifies that I am a woman, so I should get. Right? So this kind of attitude, when I see, it becomes patitita, established. So I'm standing for the bus and I curse the government who has given these freebies. Another thing, I had a post office account. One day I just wanted to add my mobile number so that I can do UPI transactions. And I saw a huge line of more than half a kilometer in length. And I asked them, for what are you standing this morning? He says that they're saying that, don't you know the government is giving us 2,000 rupees free every month? Then I realized for every woman, they get 2,000 rupees. As long as you can prove you're a woman. So you get 2,000 rupees. So it's a huge line. And then I went into the post office saying that I just have to add my number for UPI. You mean to say I have to stand this whole line? And she said, yes, unfortunately, yes. And looking at me, that lady said, I can understand your problem. We won't do this, but you come at 12 p.m., I will add it. Don't come now. So I went home. At 12:15, I went there, and after half an hour, she enabled it. But why were the people standing? Every day is to take free money. Right? Who's paying free money? The taxpayer, obviously. The government doesn't pay anything free. It's coming from tax. So when I see this, will I not migrate to another country? That's the question. I think I would. Unless I'm a monk. Now, this is when the patitita happened. That means it's established. It's established in the mind that these people are reaping our money. I am suffering. I am earning. And by the way, we are paying the highest tax after Denmark. Denmark, 60% tax. India, presently 47.5% tax. Okay, if you're getting 100 rupees, you pay 47 rupees to the government. That means if you're earning more, you get to pay 47. So objectively, you shouldn't earn. You got it? Or you migrate out. And they're planning to make it 52% in few years' time. I think we are going to touch Denmark, almost near Denmark. In Denmark, everything is free, but in India, you have to pay for everything, including medical. It's your problem. There's nothing free. So when I look all of these conditions, a thought comes to me that I should migrate. So what's the cause of migration? Comparison. And why this happens is because competition, basically. The number of people increasing makes the resources lesser. So when there are less resources, you need to move out. So Manku strikes you, and that pulls from apatitita to patitita, established. So you should not get it established on this thing. And adina, dina manaso. So first let's look at dina, then adina. Dina manaso means sunken, miserable. So when I see this, I feel really miserable. And anyway, this just go down from this road, they put a board. Throwing garbage here is sin, you will be charged with so and so. Some few months back, I think so, somebody has put a garbage closing that itself. Now the board is not there. Actually, board is there, but it is filled with garbage. Okay. So now what I do is that I feel cheated. I feel dejected, sunken. So emotionally, I'm driving towards feeling really bad. And at the same time, they dug up the roads. Now, that's the last straw I can have. So then I get Vyapada. So this is a four-step process. So when we say Abhyapado hoti, it means first it's Manku shouldn't be there, Patittita shouldn't be there, then Dina should not be there, then the Vyapada will come. It's not you are having ill will, it's that you're seeing these people are doing this to you, and hence the ill will is the result. You got the point? So there's no point in saying that I shouldn't have ill will, I shouldn't have ill will, I will not have ill will. You don't know for what reason you should have ill will. Like in Brisbane, I don't think so. Bobby and Marin should have ill will. What ill will? That in fact, Bobby shouldn't have any ill will at all because he has a lot of big parks and big things and big roads and nice people and what we can say, free buses, 50-cent buses and trains and whatnot. If he still has Vyapad, I think he should show the doctor. Actually, even with all of this, I have Vyapada, so he should go to a mental asylum. And he can come to Bangalore. We have NIMHANS, National Institute for Mental and Human Sciences. So we can, and my son is anyway going to do that course. So when Bobby is here, we can take him here to see if he still has Vyapada. Okay, because for Vyapada to arise, other three things should be there. So I can understand if he is near my place, which I'm going to take him when these people are coming in July. So I'm practically going to show them all that what I've spoken right now on this in this today's session to see what they feel when they see this. So I'll make the people pissier. So it would be nice for them to see how the watering of plants are done in these areas. And when there are no rains, there's some other way to spray. So basically, and then how the garbage will be there everywhere. So then it actually checks your nerves, whether you can be peaceful. And after that, there is 5 mosques around, so we will have a nice music of Allah coming there, and then there are 2 temples which will blast your ears. If you're still alive, we have many more things to do. We have dogs, we have cows, we have heaps, we have, in fact, it's a zoo, so you can be free to make use of whatever at your disposal. So we'll make that happen. And for this Vyapada, these 3 things should be there. That doesn't mean in the Western world they can't be having a Vyapada. They have, because they have this first thing called Manku. You are dissatisfied. It doesn't matter. Okay. As long as you're dissatisfied with your spouse or with your friend or with job, with this, with that, with children, Manku is going to be there. And the Manku is there, it gets established. And when that gets established, you feel sunken, you feel not worth it. And then the Vyapada comes. This is the 4 steps process. Clear? This in sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, and thoughts. All 5 or 6 rather. Okay. So when I see my wife or somebody's wife, I'm looking at positive. What about negative? She argues. Sunken. And she finds mistake in me. Sunken. Right? The first thing that comes is, I'm not worth it. Because she's finding mistakes. So, in conclusion, Manku is the shrinking of the mind. Apatitita instead of patitita is you are losing your cool. The mind has already moved into heating stage. It's heating up. Adina is drooping off or sinking, and then Vyapada is aversion or ill will. So the cause of aversion is always external, because the cause of feeling happy is also external. So it can't be that anything internally you will feel it. Both are external causes. So the first thing I need to do on Indriya Samvara is to cut the external, because all of these are coming from external. They are not coming from internal. Clear? And then I enter into Shunyagara. Not the physical Shunyagara. It's real Shunyagara, because the mind does not leave anywhere. It doesn't go hunt anywhere. Just stays. And that's how you do the Indriya Samvara. That's what he's saying in Kundaliya. That how do you do Kundaliya, Indriya Samvara? In other suttas, he talks about Animitta and the non-describing, whereas here he gives complete walkthrough. Okay. So we need to remember negative involves 4 stages, positive involves 3 stages. The 4 stages in negative is, first you feel not okay, Manku. Okay. Then it gets established firm footing on watching the wrongdoings. So what happens? Let's take this example. My wife comes, she's asked me to water the plants, and I forgot. It's now really hot here. It is going to touch, now we are at 27 degrees centigrade, which never happens in Bangalore, but now we are in 27. And the highest temperature for now is 36, which again is a rarity. So now she asked me to water the plants, but I am doing this session. So she comes out and she asked me, didn't I tell you to water the plants before you start the session? That's all. She said, that's all. She didn't say anything. And she violently put the door and left. Violently means not really violent. She just pulled it and it made a bang sound. And then I felt she's angry. I say, the sound. And the way she said, didn't I ask you to water the plants? That means she's upset. That's quite known by the words. Didn't I say? And the tone. Even though she would have told it softly, but the tone matters than the speech. So the tone says she's angry, she's upset. Didn't I tell you to water the plant before you go and start this session? I don't know. You don't have priorities in life. Have I not told you? This is the second time I'm telling you. From morning I said, you said later. Shh. They can be doing whatever they're doing. I'm going to tell you this. I will also come and say here. Okay, and she left. So now the boiling starts internally because the manku is happening. Okay, how do I show manku? I will do like this. That means, or I'll just do like this. That's what it is. So you're already in Vyapada. So don't think just by doing this is not Vyapada. It is. It's physical Vyapada because you don't know what else to be done, so you shrink it down. And you start working out on the other things to forget that. It is again the same thing. It's already patittita. That means it's got established. Now that is there with me. Right? And after that, dinner happens. It takes me to a boil of sunkenness. Because here the emotion starts. Why she says like this? She could have said it in a proper way. And I'll try to justify, etc., etc. All these are part of that. And fourth, ill will, vyapada. Now I want to meditate. That's the point, right? Now, from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30, cushion meditation. Now, let me tell you what is this cushion meditation. You pull a cushion and you promise yourself 1 hour of sitting meditation on the cushion. So you sit straight, close your eyes, and watch the breath. Very simple. No complication. Just take a cushion, set a timer 1 hour, sit straight, watch the breath. That's all. Very, very simple. There's nothing, no complication here. But apart from breath watching, you'll be watching everything else. Simple. Now again, you try. Okay, it's just all very simple thing. 1 hour, set a timer, pull the cushion, sit straight. It doesn't work. Now the question is why? Because mind moves somewhere. What stupid? Mind doesn't move anywhere. The emotions move out, not the mind. Mind has got nothing to do with moving anywhere, actually. It depends on the emotional tone. So what should I do? I should cut Vyapada. That's five hindrances, right? Abhijja, Vyapada, Tina, Mida, Udacha, Kukucha, Visikicha. Five hindrances. So I just had no fight, but actually I would have gone and watered at 9:30, but then 9:30 is my time for sitting meditation. Otherwise, I'll threaten my wife. I'll go to that monastery. You tell me, I'm telling you, I won't be there for next 20 days. And fearing that, she says, horrible guy, sit here. I don't mind. And this is my meditation room. I will sleep down because sleeping up is not good. So I'll sleep down. The best thing I can do in life is to sleep down. So now I'm sitting. 9:30 is my time. Okay, it doesn't work. Because I should forgive. Yeah, I forgive my wife. No, you forgive yourself. Forget the wife. You forgive yourself. For what? For Manku. What else? Why did you droop it? What do you mean droop it? Vilas, why did you do like this? What do you think I should do? Why did you do like this? What do you think? Why did you do like this? Simple. Answer that question for yourself, for myself. I should answer this question. Then the answer comes. She told like this, but you missed a good opportunity. What? The sound. You should have meditated on the sound, the tone. Which idiot stopped you? No, next time I will do it. Now, what do you mean next time? So when the sound comes, sound is a sound. There's no wife in the sound. Vilas, there's no wife in the sound. It's just a sound. No, she's my wife. There's only sound coming. Either it's a wife or a dog or a cat or a lion or a tiger. Only sound comes with a tone. So make a note that it's only a tone with which you are reacting. It's not even the sound, it's the tone at which somebody said to you. Why don't you observe the tone? In fact, what is misunderstanding? It's a tone, basically. The tone with which somebody speaks makes them misunderstand what was said. So let it go. Let the tone go away. So don't do this breath watching. Watch the tone. The irritant is the tone, not even the speech. The tone. You are irritated by the tone, not by the speech. You are irritated by that door banging, which is a tone. And I feel very happy of Buddha. So for the next 1 hour, I'm going to watch the sound, not the breath, the sound. What sound? I'll start to observe the sounds from outside. Some vehicle is making sound. It's irritating tone, right? Then this Allah thing is coming, tone. The temple is bursting with some blaring music, sound, tone, no sound, tone. Observe the tone, it has arising and ceasing. It goes in sinusoidal wave. It's a wave pattern, right? It's a wave. It has a frequency. Every wave has a frequency. It has a decibel. And a human can listen to this much decibel. Beyond that, it is irritating. That's it. Now cut the wife, put the decibel. Next step. Wife is gone, decibel remains. In decibel, some people can take harsh decibel, high decibels. Some people can take low decibel, fair, agreeable. Then shouldn't I ask my wife not to shout at me? No, she can do whatever. You can't control the external environment. It's just like saying somebody has changed his motorcycle and is making good sound to him, but bad sound to me. Can I go and ask him to change it? Not possible. But I can observe the decibel. Now, what happens? If I observe the decibel, it becomes lower. Why? I'm watching the frequency. It's frequency modulation. Nice. 110 kilohertz to 436 kilohertz. Anything in between is good and bad. Okay. So then there are other frequencies which are very lower frequency, like infrared, which you can't hear anyway. It's fine. Other than that, there are radio waves that you don't have to hear, but you can feel the radio waves. But here we are talking about hearing frequencies. So just stick to the hearing frequency, just the hearing frequency. And then what happens? The mind doesn't associate with frequency. It can associate with objects, not with frequencies. Object as in wife, object as in mosque, object as in temple behind, object as in cows, dogs, like that. That's object. Frequencies, it doesn't. So now you're done animitta. That means non-symbolization. Frequency is frequency. So again, she opens the door. She finds me sitting in so-called meditation. And she expects me to have sat in that cushion. Or rather, not the cushion. Now I have brought something from Janak, where I can sit on that topsy-turvy thing, which is very nice for me. So I sit on that black dragon thing. He expects me to sit on that. But this time I become smarter. Now what I do? I go upstairs to the garden where she has created and starts watering the plant. Now what do I hear there? Every sound, including the water sound. It has a frequency. Isn't it the most enjoyable thing I could do? It's the same thing. No vyapada. Now you see this farm. If there is no vyapada, there is no thinam either. There is no drowsiness at all. It's not that I had to go up for that gardening thing. In anything, it doesn't matter. Even if I sit here, there's no drowsiness. Lethargy is not there. There's no udacha, future planning. Oh, tomorrow when she talks to me like this, I will say this to her. Doesn't even arise because I'm going to do the same thing every day. He will say, you forgot to plant, water the plant. Then I'm sitting here. She opens the door and she says, horrible guy, I don't know how many times I have to tell you and blah, blah. Then I want to make a note of it. Now I have made a note of it in iPad and then also on my mobile device, but I rarely see them when I'm talking here. That's my problem. So I have to write somewhere, see the mobile next time. Oh, I have to make them read. I think I'll ask Ariu to have an AI tool which will read out. Vilas, please water the plants. And then that I'm okay with because AI voices I'm okay, not with the wife's voice. Both are doing the same thing. They're saying, please water the plant, but it's AI, right? So I have this Google, hey Google. So it will say, remind me to water the plant. Okay. Then Vilas, please water the plant. I'm very happy because AI generated. A human generated, I have a problem. But both are saying the same thing. Now I see this. So What I do here is I'll not do planning, cook udach, nor regret. I shouldn't have done this. I knew it, blah, blah, all that is kukucha. I don't have any doubt now because it's just a frequency. Come on, it's just a frequency. There's no wife out there. It's just a sound. It's just a frequency of the sound, not even a sound. It's just certain decibels. And scientifically also it is decibels. And you are a rationalist. You don't take anybody's thing, right? So you're a scientist, right? So you better take it. As a rationalist, it's just decibel. So you can't tolerate decibels. Fair. Accepted. Because the hairs in the ear, it vibrates at a certain frequency and then it can create harshness in that because this goes pretty fast and that rubs. And when it rubs, it creates heat. It creates heat, it creates distortion. So that's a tone. So now I watch the tone. Then I remember what Buddha says. Subhasita chaya vacha etan mangalamuttamam. What that means? Reduce your tone. So when she says you should have watered the plant, acknowledge it. That's the truth. Instead of justifying, let me acknowledge. By acknowledging, I'm accepting the sound and the tone and leaving it. That means I'm not having manku, I'm not having patittita chitto. Then the third one is dinamanaso, and the fourth one is vyapanna chitto, vyapanna chetaso. So I do namanku. That means not having this irritation at what she's saying. Apatittita. That means I will not allow it to establish in the mind that sound. Third one is adinamanaso. It will not get into sunken state or tightening the body. Just like the dog gets tightened, then it's ready to fight. Because parasympathetic nervous system is relaxation, sympathetic nervous system is activation. So I want relaxation rather than activation. So what I do, I treat the sound as just a sound. And the fourth one, abhyapad, abhyapanna chetaso. Mind is not having any ill will. So she comes, opens, she says what she should say. And I would only utter one word. Yes, you're right. I will do it exactly after this session. And tomorrow I'll ensure it is done before. Thanks for pointing it out. Subhasita Jaya Vacha. Am I not in Mangala? Yes, I am. So can I sit using a cushion for 1 hour after watering the plant? I think I can. So 9:30, I walk up, look at the sounds everywhere, including the water sound, and I can see the same tone. Tone varies, sound is the same. It has different tones. I mean, different frequencies. Now I become like a scientist, observing each of these tones. So each has its own vibrations. And what are we doing? Looking at vibrations, right? And isn't that sound a vibration? What vibration are you searching in the body? When the sound itself is a vibration. It's the biggest vibration. And every vibration has a frequency. So why don't you look at the frequency? It carries a frequency. So I watch the frequency. So when I increase my sound in my talk, I can see rumbling in my body. If I, let's say, I increase my tone, pitch, what happens? The body starts to tremble. Ah, so anger means what? Trembling of the body. Shit, all of these days I thought anger means something. No, it's vibration. It vibrates much. Oh, got it. So should I be vibrating higher? No. So then what I should do? Lower it. Because that vibration has to stop. So now I stop vibrating. If I stop vibration, there's only subtle vibration left, which is Jivit Indriya vibration, that is life form vibration only. And I can see the whole world is vibrating. This shaking is there. Now, in that shaking, I can see clearly it's anicca, it's arising and passing. I can see anatta, which means no self. These vibrations cannot be called as myself. So I see this. Holding on to it is dukkha. So I let go. So what did I learn? I learned samatha, I learned vipassana. Both. Samatha practice is to calm it, vipassana is to investigate it or insight into this. So my voice lowers and calm abiding happens in the mind. So does not get heated. What do you mean by heated? Decibels. Simple. So now I reduce. And when I reduce, if I open up my watch, I can see BPM going down because the heart doesn't have to pump so much. It can relax. So it comes to 41 from 110. This is good. Very nice, calm. So when again this event happens, watch for vibration. And that vibration has a feeling tone, which is pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. So reacting to the pleasant will give raga, reacting to unpleasant will give dvesha. Not knowing the neutral tone is moha. So when I remove the raga, dvesha, moha, means when I stop reacting to these vibrations and instead note them to be just vibrations, vibrating at a particular frequency, neither I have a liking for them, so there is no pleasantness in the feeling. Then there is no unpleasantness, and there is no delusion. So the wife, husband, son, daughter, this, that, the labels are gone because it's just vibration. Now I'm relieved of the samsara. So that's nibbana. And calm. So you can see the whole thing arising and ceasing. So the world comes to be with six senses, it ceases with six senses. There's nothing as a person, it's just a process, no person. And that's it. Now, can you be happy? Yes. Do you require any external object? No. So you're done. Now I can sit, I can stand, I can walk, I can sleep. Four postures, same state. And that's the end of suffering. So Indriya Samvara is the key aspect to go into the next one, jhana. Now, when you are in jhana, you can do vipassana, not otherwise. Because the key thing is Indriya Samvara. If you drop Indriya Samvara, you can't get anywhere. And why we fail or why we struggle in watching the breath is because of the hindrance. One, two is the Kamachanda or the Kamaloka. Not the Kamachanda, the Kamaloka itself is a hindrance. So we are doing something and that will never work because breath watching is non effort oriented. Zero effort. You shouldn't put a single effort. So the basic idea is to remove the hindrances rather than watching the breath. So the first aspect is sila because that blocks you. So first you remove that. The second aspect is Indriya Samvara. The third aspect is hindrances, nivarna. And then you don't have to watch the breath. There's nothing called watching the breath. It's knowing the breath. Because breath connects mind and body. So there's psychosomatic happening between both. Psyche means mind, somatic means body. So there's a psychosomatic disorder. So basically, whatever thought process appears, take out your breath and it establishes something in its place. So the body is vibrates violently. And sometimes the body aches, etc., takes to the mind and the mind vibrates. So now you need to remove both the vibrations which are artificially generated and they are situationally generated. They are conditioned. They are not real. They're just conditions. Remove the conditions, they just go away. And that's all what it is as far as Indriya Samvara goes. So I just wanted to take this sutta out because in all the suttas, Buddha talks about animitta and nana bhyanjana, and it's very hard to understand what is he trying to say. What should you remove? So animitta means what? Non-symbolizing. Even though I've done it, but I had that doubt that everyone is able to follow it, get it. And when I started meeting people, they come here, they struggle. I thought that it's high time that I put this in a proper perspective. So I knew this sutta, Kundaliya Sutta, which is very nice as far as the practice goes. And if you see in that sutta, you can't do satipatthana without this. There's no way you can do a satipatthana without having the guarding of sense doors. Not possible. So it's not about whether I should sit or stand or walk or sleep. It's about non-reactivity. And everywhere they say non-reactivity. What does the non-reactivity means? What does a witness mean? Sakshi. What does it mean? It means that sound is a sound. Sight is a sight. Taste is a taste. Touch is a touch. Smell is a smell. Thoughts are thoughts. They are not yours. They are nobody's. There's no person who is experiencing it. They just come and go. And hence, there is witness. You're witnessing its arising, like the tone, and you're witnessing its ceasing. You've seen both. Like the wife came and she blasted and went. She didn't blast. She said, I heard it as a blast. You see the word blast. Why do we use that word? Because we put word to what we understand it, meaning what was felt. It's a feeling tone. Blasted. She blasted me means that it was like a large thunder. So when I inform you that she blasted me, you can understand the tone. The dukkha is on the tone. There's no blast. It's the tone. What if I remove the tone? The dukkha is not there. So the language causes insult, appreciation, everything under it. On one side is insult or depreciation, and the side is appreciation. Only in the words, not real. There is no real appreciation. It's just dependent on a situation somebody's appreciating because they got it. So then they appreciate. And the same situation, they expect you to do a different thing, but you didn't do the different thing. So they depreciate by words. And those words hurt you or hurt me, like what she did. And what if I were to sit with my cushion at 9:30? Oh, sorry, 9:34. I should have sat on my cushion. It's 4 minutes afterwards. What if I was sitting there with that black dragon seat and I'm sitting like this? She again opens the door for the next set of abuses because I told her I will be watering the plant after the session. Right? So I lied her. Right? So she will come back and say, dear friend, what? What do you mean, what? You lied. You said Musavada. When? What did you say? 9:30 you're going to water the plant. From tomorrow. This is a double lie now. You said now, and now you're double lying, saying that tomorrow. When did you say tomorrow? Listen to me. I'm meditating, okay? Please allow me to meditate. Otherwise, I've told you, I'm going to pack my bag and go there. Okay? I'm telling you, whenever I sit, you have a problem. Now, Vyapada has taken over. So, what should I do? Better water the plant for the rest of my life. Because it can't be changed. It's spontaneous. So I might read all the books of Buddha saying that, in this sutta he said this, in that sutta he said that, so nice, he's my greatest guru and all that. But in reality, I missed it. Because I committed something which I shouldn't have committed. If I knew that I'm not going to be sitting there watering the plant at 9:30, which idiot asked me to commit to it? Number one, that means I was not in sati, mindfulness of what I was speaking. Then I forgot because it's not my interest. My interest is taking the cushion and sitting. That's my interest. I've told her several number of times, if you threaten me, I'm going to go. Okay, out of fear, she says, okay, sit. So I'm sitting. Otherwise, I have got better places to go and sit. Okay, so I'm sitting. I'm doing a favor to her. Then she comes with some broomstick. She wants to clean here. There's a time for her to come and clean the room. And I say, again, you're here. She says, it's a time for cleaning. You go and sit in that room. Okay. Had to go. Now the Vyapada has turned into anger. It's not just not ill will now. It's gone to the next degree. Anger. In the meanwhile, one of my friend calls up saying something that adds to it. So then I get spite. So burning. Then I get terribly upset. So get furious. And there's a last straw, last nail in the coffin. And my son comes and says, Dad, I want you to drop to this so and so place. That's the last thing I wanted to hear. And I have a blast. I will tell him, you're 25-year-old, shameless fellow. You didn't find a job. You didn't do this. You are wasting my money. You're sitting here, blah, blah, blah. And my wife comes and says, what kind of a meditator are you? And I say, because of both of you, I can't meditate. I don't know why you both have taken me here. I told my mother, I don't want to marry. I'm already in remorse now. Did my mother come and say, took my legs and pleaded, saying that, please marry, son? No. But I blame. Okay. If I see this episode of all the things I've done, it's these 5 hindrances, nothing else, all in the name of meditation. So now I become smart. After this Kundalini Sutta, I understood that pleasant means this, unpleasant means this. Now I do Indriya Samvara. Now I can do. Doesn't matter any longer whether she is taking a broomstick and cleaning this or putting on the vacuum cleaner with a blaring sound or whatever it is. Now, as an output to this, comes to Tunni Bhava, which means silence, avitakka vichar, second chant. Now, that is my operating space with the world. So, when the next time she opens this door and she says something to me, I'm not at all in Kamaloka. So, there's no fight because I'm in joy, piti. So, she says, not doing watering today? This is actually cynical about me. She's triggering. She can't sit silent, I'm telling you. She triggers. Today, how come you are smiling at me? What, you wanted me to be harsh at you? She wants me to talk like that, basically. I know my woman, how she is. Okay, she triggers to see whether I've improved or not. Simple. You want me to water? What do you mean you want me to water? I'm going to water. Better do that. No reaction back. I'm going there only. No, not like that. That means drooping back. No. No change in excitement, meaning no change in enthusiasm, positive or negative. Completely enthusiastic, no draining of energy at all, no showing on the face that you are upset. Okay, equanimous as you are, just go out. It's a nice opportunity to go on the sun and feel the sun and as well as water. And my friend calls, "What are you doing today?" I said, "Basically nothing." "Why don't we go out here?" "Okay, fine, fair." "No, no, I'm meditating in this room." "Sorry, no, every place is a meditation. So just be aware. Whatever is crossing your mind, be aware. Whatever crossing on the eyes, be aware. Ears, be aware. Nose, tongue, body. That's it. Completely be in Indriya Samvara. It is guarding the senses. You will never be out of jhana. If you're not in out of jhana, you're out of mara. That means you are in deathless zone. That's it. Done what has to be done. So then I go to the fourth jhana, equanimity, instead of second, because joyous is also a burden. So I go to the fourth jhana, which is non-burdensome. It's light, absolutely light. Light, not light feeling, light as in light. It's bright and light. So then that's it. Just be there. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. That's Samma Samadhi, four jhanas. So I've done what should be done in this life while interacting with the world. So Samma Ditti to Samma Samadhi. Finished. Now I can go anywhere. Doesn't matter. Job, fine. No job, fine. Everything is relative. And I am not relative. Happy, relative. Yes, actually it is relative. What gives happiness to me may not be giving happiness to Bobby or to Ari or somebody else or Marin. Let's say we three were to go to Kerala. I first of all don't like Mallus and they're taking me there. So the Mallu and Kallu are going and Marin is in between. So I think, Marin, while you're here, even Anjana is ready to come to Kerala. So if you're planning, it would be good. Four of us, we can have fun in case if it works out. Anyway, but let's say we are going and we are going to, let us say, Thrissur or Kollam or Kottayam or wherever you are going. It'll be fun. When I see those round things, and then after the Palakkad, and then you are into Kerala if you're going via the Coimbatore route. So basically, there is nothing, this pure equanimity. There's nothing like Mallu and Kallu and this and that or whatever it is in between. So it's fun. Otherwise, it's a pain. It's literally a pain being there. Okay, I think, Bobby, you've been talking with Marin all the time during this, so I don't know what you're talking, but it's fun.
No, actually, it was fun, and I was relating to, I think so many things you told in our relationship.
That's no, I didn't. No, I didn't. This time I didn't.
You were saying it is definitely about us.
No. Threatening to go into monastery, meditation.
No, that only thing I took. That I took it. That I took
that's
it.
That's what I was saying.
Not the watering of plants.
That threat I'm hearing for the last probably 15 years.
What is that?
The threat of going to monastery.
Yeah. Now you know it's Vyapada. So next time you can tell him, Bobby, you're in Vyapada. Come on.
That's true, Vilachi, that, that slight, dropping the shoulder, changing the face, it's amazing, that sutta. And I was using, while you're talking, I was using that Aryu's side too.
He has done it extremely well. I really appreciate him, the way he has done it. He has also implemented through that. I mean, you don't have the admin access. Very soon you'll be having the other features coming up.
Okay.
He has used Gemini as well, and then that gives a different flavor to that. I and he are actually testing it out. If it works out well, you can know all Pali words much better than what I know.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. And each word you said, I was just deepening and understanding. And excellent. Thank you very much, Aryu.
Yeah. So he has solved the mystery of Pali. And all thanks to ChatGPT for bringing from various servers and putting it so nice the way they have done it, and we are getting it. It's good. So these four are the steps. This I had missed it earlier when I used to talk about Indriya Samvara. But right, this is four, and this is the three. Easy is on the three things because it's positive, but most of the time we are on negative. We keep on finding mistakes because we love to be in dukkha. You know what? That's a problem. What we have. We want sukha, but we love dukkha. This is it's really paradoxical or hypocritic, actually. We mean one thing but do the other thing. So it's stupidity. We marry because we want to be happy, but we do the other way around. We search for unhappiness and try to put the blame on the other person just because he or she is taking away happiness from me. But actually, both are taking out happiness from themselves. That's
Very true, yes.
Even the news, like, in the news and everything, it's all negativity.
Exactly.
There's no positive news at all.
No, there's nothing in this world. We thrive on negativism. Okay, and we use the word also saying constructive feedback. What stupid is that? And we can say healthy competition. Can competition ever be healthy? And that means it is not healthy. So you add the word healthy means it becomes healthy. No. And ethical hacking. Hacking means hacking. There's nothing ethical about it. It means it is unethical. So you put a word ethical to make it sound like ethical. And these nuances, what we use, is what creates conflict in the mind. Because you do one thing and you name it another thing just to say that it is fine. Like we say penalty. And instead of penalty, what do we say? We say correction. They both mean the same. Discipline is something, it's self-discipline. Sila is self-discipline. You don't have to discipline anyone, anything, because Sila does it. So you don't have to discipline anyone. All that you need to do is to teach him why he should be in Sila. The remaining is automatic. So then the relationships just flourish like nothing because there is no competition and no comparison. Husband-wife competition is dead because there's nothing to compare. So you become compassionate. The reason why we are not compassionate is because we compare. Then when you compare, there can't be compassion. Come, she came.
She doesn't want to water the plant.
Poor girl, she doesn't say anything to me. Anyway. Yes, Sergio, go ahead.
One question. So in this Adina Manaso, the dejection is very obvious. He's dejected. But even in this Manku, the dejection is there. So the question is, they qualitatively different? Or more
No. Once you use a high tone, my shoulder droop a little because I become aggressive.
That also feel like dejection.
It is a dejection. So you need to see. We need to be in heated argument, and then only you'll see that. Now we are not in heated argument. We should have a heated argument between Gemini and ChatGPT, and then you'll see that happening. Yes, go ahead.
I guess another question, this avijja and manku is very like a mirror, like almost the same thing, like
No,
just a mirror
it's not.
kind of.
It's
No.
not. It's not. It's a good question. Abhijja heats you up, or rather warms you up, whereas manku heats you up. It's initial heat. It's initial heat which starts due to a very critical analysis by someone. Let's bring in Venugopal for time being. And then you get all the answers to it. Right? Now, if somebody wants to pick up, keep on pricking, right? And then there's a, you just prick it, you just ignore it. Then again prick it, ignore it. Again prick it, ignore it. Again prick it, again ignore it. Then later, you should do something about that prick. That pricking first time is manku. It hits, whereas in the abhijja, it creates dissatisfaction because of comparison. Because now I compare between you and somebody, and then I feel I should have been like that. That's longing. Yes.
Yeah, I guess you could say it's in terms of fire, there's suffering in both, but this is a yellow flame which suffers.
Yeah, yellow flame. Like in this is the manku is a red flame beginning, and abhijja is the yellow flame in the beginning.
Thank you.
But it goes like this. So the moment you have manku, you droop, you become aggressive to fight, because then you are in sympathetic nervous system. Both of them take you to sympathetic nervous system. And if you want to be in jhana or in nibbana, you should be in parasympathetic nervous system. And that's what it is. The secret here is don't be in the sympathetic nervous system. You get reactive. Because that very idea of the very act of getting into sympathetic drives the amygdala. So you get into a basic instinct. The basic instinct is to fight or flight. But that's the basic instinct of the brain. That's a very basic. It's a very basic structure. So you can't have a discernment. You can't have viveka. Means you can discriminate or seclude yourself from the problem. So the problem is that it has to get solved right here, right now. That's the thing. Have I told you a story which happened recently?